guys, and welcome to episode 15 of the Hubcityfibers podcast. My name is Lillian, and I am coming to you from the New Jersey area, the central New Jersey area, and I am the independent dyer behind Hubcityfibers. This is my podcast about knitting and gonna soon be about spinning as well, but I'll talk more about that later at the end of the show. You probably could tell that I'm going to be introducing spinning back into my life by the little thumbnail that I posted of this video. I'm holding a little bit of fiber, but that's gonna be for later. You can find me on Instagram as @Hubcityfibers. I'll put that on the down bar. And yeah, thank you so much. If you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. Or if you're following me newly on Instagram, I want to thank you so much for following along. I am really happy to do this because I think it's really awesome when people talk about how they share their fiber story with the world and, you know, why they do it. And I think it's really important to continue to talk about that. So I guess I'll go a little bit into why I do this. The reason why I do this is because I think it's important to start thinking ethically about where you're getting your clothes or your garments. And I think that if you can contribute to adding something new to your wardrobe that is handmade, I think that that alone creates a big impact. So I think if I could spread that a little bit more, I think that would be awesome. So let's begin the podcast. I am going to talk about what I'm working on, what my FOs are, what I plan on knitting. I have a giveaway to announce, which I will be announcing at the end. So if you guys are interested in knowing if you won, just skip to, I'm going to put it down on the bar at what time you could figure out when the giveaway is going to be announced. And I have show notes, so that's good. I will be talking about my acquisitions, and yeah, let's begin. All right. So, I guess let's start off with what I've been working on. And I just realized now that I left one of my projects at work. It's a pair of socks that I started by using Cat Sandwich Fibers yarn that she gifted me one day. And if you guys don't know who Cat Sandwich Fibers is, she's amazing. An amazing fiber artist that's also based in New Jersey, so definitely check her out. But yeah, I'm making socks, and I'll probably show you guys that on the next episode. If not, I will show you it on Instagram, so another reason to follow along. But as you guys know, I'm working on Woolen Vine Sparkling Cider Hat. And I'm so sad. I did end up working more on this project, but unfortunately, when I went to go meet up with a friend to knit, I shoved all my projects in a bag, and I accidentally broke the needles, one of the needles for this. I'm such a brute. I'm so mad at myself for doing that. But anyways, yeah. So I was able to do a little bit of progress on this project, and guys, I'm loving the way that this is turning out. It is just so beautiful. It has this gorgeous halo, and honestly the beads just complement the yarn so well. And Woolen Vine liked it, and she reposted it, which was really awesome because she's someone I really love watching, and I've been following along with her podcast and her indie yarn company for so long. So yeah, that was awesome. And yeah, I am using Hubcityfibers yarn in the Como Rebi colorway, and I am using mohair and BFL, Superwash BFL nylon. It's my Footloose base and my mohair base, which together make such a beautiful fabric. And I know a lot of people are a little weary about doing mohair and yarn together just because it does cost a lot of money to have a project where the fabric is both of these, but if you can find a way to combine both mohair with like maybe a base that's a little bit less inexpensive, then I think that that's also very much worth it if you want to use like mohair with like some acrylic, because at the end of the day it's a texture look, and I'm really obsessed with this texture. And yeah, unfortunately I can't work on this, and this is supposed to be something that I wear when I attend EYF, so yeah, let me show you my broken needle. And they have a warranty. They have a warranty where it's like, you know, 5 years, but I don't like to call, and I don't know. If anybody has ever had any experience with this brand, Brittany knitting needles. Brittany knitting needles. Let me know in the comments down below. I would super appreciate that, just because I know it's my fault, but maybe the warranty would work. I don't know. Anyways, I purchased a new set of DPNs, some Like or Leaky, however people pronounce it. Maybe I should look that up. But I'm excited because I have only used Like needles once, and that was when I was at a yarn shop in Pennsylvania called Doylestown, Forever Yarn in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, and everyone there knits with Like needles. So I did kind of like a swap with someone that was knitting at the table who had a project and had them with the Like needles, and it was really nice. It was like kind of light to knit with them, so I'm excited to get those in the mail. And then I will just replace these needles with those. So that's something to look forward to. And the beads that I'm using, these are the beads that I'm using. And they are beads from they're Czech glass beads. I got these at my local Hobby Lobby. I went to Hobby Lobby for I don't even remember what. And I happened to stumble upon the bead aisle and found these, and I was like, I need to do knitting and beading. And if you guys are on the fence of whether you should try that technique, I highly encourage it. It's beautiful and it's fun. The process is a little slower, but it's gonna be such a worthy hat. Yay! Okay, so that's that. The next project. Okay, so I'm not gonna go into too much. Let me just show you guys. The sweater, the husband sweater. The husband sweater is it's annoying me right now because the part where I'm dividing for the front and the back is confusing me, and I'm on the charted. So I think I'm just gonna go with the flow. I consulted with a friend who's someone I think is a really brilliant knitter, and he's right. I really should stop trying to be so like to the point with the pattern. I think as knitters we tend to think that we can't figure things out on our own, or if it doesn't follow exactly the pattern and how it's read, that it's not going to turn out as beautiful, and that's just not true. So I'm gonna go with the flow with it after I take a long break, because yeah, I want to enjoy the knitting process, and when I get in a rut or when I get stuck, I tend to put my things in timeout. Are you one of those types of knitters who just like fight through the pain, or are you guys one of those that you like put it away in timeout and don't want to look at it for a little bit? Tell me down below, I'm curious to know. But yeah, it's looking like a sweater. And the detailing is really nice. I like the detailing, but yeah, I'm putting it away in timeout. And yeah, that is living in this project bag, which is a Toad Hollow project bag. And I've showed this off on the podcast a million times. All right, on to the next item that I am working on. And this is something I just casted on yesterday, which was February 13th. And it is the Knits Please roll neck vest, which is by Knit Please is the name of the designer, I think. She's a new to me designer. And I found this project that was knitted by Knit and Crochet, who is a designer based out of Washington, D.C. She's so awesome. I need to cast on one of her patterns. But a while back, she posted this pattern that she had on, and I immediately bought it. It was like an impulse purchase. And yeah, I realized I never got the pattern, but I was scrolling on Instagram, and I happened to go on Shay's page on Shay's Instagram, and I was looking at all her photos as one does, and I clicked on the photo where she's wearing this, and I said, oh my god, I remember I bought that. Let me see where it is so I can cast on. Anyways, great customer service from this designer, and yeah, onto what it looks like. I am using my yarn in Sex Dream, which I have never knitted with, and I'm really excited to have casted on. There's not much casted on, but it's a young project. It's a newborn. Anyways, I'm loving the way that this is knitting up. And this is it up close. And I'm using my Delicious base, which is a merino nylon cashmere DK, and it's just a simple like turtleneck sleeveless shirt. I'm not gonna make it like a belly shirt. I'm gonna probably make it a little bit, it's probably gonna be cropped, but it's not gonna be cropped to the point where you're gonna see like anything, just because I can't really rock that in the work environment. But yeah, I feel like I'm like one of those people that only shops for clothes that are for work. But I'm still trying to keep it stylish, so at least there's that. And yeah, this is a project that only requires 200 grams. And I didn't wind this up, but this is it in a skein form. And this is one of my popular colorways. A lot of people love my Sex Dream colorway, so I was like, you know what? I want to make a project with it. And yeah, I think it would be really cool. And I'm so super excited. And I'm using my Haya Sharp needles, my interchangeable set. And some stitch markers that I got when I went to Japan. So that's really nice. And yeah, that's living in one of my old project bags. By You So and So as well. And it's covered in cat hair, so I don't really want to show it off, but maybe I will. It is science themed because I got this as a gift for like finishing my chemistry project. I'm sorry, I had like a really big chemistry exam back in college, so this was my gift, and it was really appropriate and nice. And it has all these pins. And one of my favorite pins is a pin that I got from one of my coworkers. And can you believe this? And it reads, "We're all someone else's weird coworker." That's what my coworker got me. All in good health, of course. Anyway, that's pretty much it and what I've been working on for the past 3 weeks since I've last spoken to you guys. A lot has changed. A lot has changed in the past 3 weeks. So let's talk about my works in progress before I delve into a blather. I knit myself some lambing mittens, which is a free pattern by... It is a free pattern by Tolt Yarn by Veronica Joby, and this was a recommendation of someone who follows me on Instagram because I had complained in one of my stories that I never get around to knitting on mittens, even though my hands always suffer every winter and they deserve mittens. So a follower told me about these mittens and how fast they knit up. And man, was she right. These knit up so fast. And I love them so. I've been wearing them because I'm a huge texter. So, and I've discussed this when we were talking about me trying on my mittens that were closed. But these are fingerless gloves. And I love the color. This yarn is yarn that I purchased at a festival in Pennsylvania, Yarn Festival. It was Allentown Fiber Festival, or Allentown. I'm pretty sure I recorded a video of me attending this festival, so if you check on my feed, you could definitely check that out. But this is a blend of Angora goats and Leicester long wool sheep. And it's by Underhill Farm. It's like a farmer's sheep. It's 100% lamb. And I love that they, in their label, they post like the name of all the sheep that they find, or that they use for their wool. And these are so special. Like, I love the way they came out. I love the vibrancy of the green. It's like a chartreuse color. And there's this beautiful halo in the finished fabric. And we've been getting a lot of snow and freezing weather this past week here in New Jersey, and they have come in handy in the morning because I start work really early, and my hands suffer from like holding on to like a cold steering wheel. So these have been life-saving, and they're just so warm, and I love them. Like, and they were free pattern, and they were so fast to knit. They were just overall 10 out of 10. So if it's really cold, you could just like lift it up. And if it's like not that cold, you can like still use your phone to text. So yeah, it's a free pattern. Lambing mittens. Definitely will make these again as gifts for Christmas or whatever holiday that I'll celebrate that I need to give somebody gloves. These will definitely be a go-to because I love them. And that's pretty much the only thing that is a finished object. So, yeah, I feel like I should talk about, you know, like FOs and like how sometimes I could be a little bit down on myself for not being able to finish or like bang out projects as fast as I would like. But I'm only human, and this is slow fashion for a reason, as Slow Fashion Rebel states in her podcast, which I really, really love. She's really cool. And the reasoning behind why she podcasts is really cool. And she's overall just really cool. So if you don't know who she but yeah, I don't think we should feel down on ourselves if we don't finish projects as fast as we would like. So yeah, I need to stop feeling down on myself if I'm not knitting fast enough to show you guys what I'm working on. I need to really take it slow and not feel, like I'm not producing enough content and stuff. But anyways, that's a whole other tangent. So I'm looking at my show notes, and I guess let's announce the giveaway. Yay! Let's do the giveaway, guys. So I will be announcing the winner, and I'm going to be using this can, and I used random number generator to tally up. So pretty much what I did is I went on that website, it gave me and generated a number from 1 to how many posts I had, how many comments at the time that I did it, and which was 144. And then I did whatever number it was, and then I counted down. So I did that 3 times, and there was 3 finalists. So I'll tell you who they are. The finalists are Vanessa Knits, Ramza Knits, and Canadian Wool Girl. Those are the 3 finalists that put a comment of their favorite curse word, which I will not put on the podcast. But yeah, they're funny. That was actually a real treat to read all the curse words that you guys consider to be your favorite. And a lot of you guys said the F word was your favorite, so yeah. And yeah, let us pick by randomness of human randomness picking, all right, and the winner of the wonderful skein made from merino nylon cashmere Hubcityfibers Indulge base is Vanessa Knits. If you want to send me a Instagram message and let me know your address, I will be happy to ship out your wonderful Navajo turquoise in Indulge, which is this beautiful taupey turquoisey color. And it reminded me, when I originally dyed this up, it reminded me a lot of when I was learning about Native American like culture and history back when I was in like 5th grade. It reminded me a lot of the pictures in my textbook when I was learning about Native Americans. So that's why I named it Navajo turquoise, after the beautiful beads that certain natives use in the jewelry that they make or made. So yeah. And on with the podcast. And if you so happen to love this color, I think I have like 6 more in the shop. So definitely check out www.hubcityfibers.com if you just want to buy it. It's in the shop. Let's go on to my acquisitions. Yeah, let's do acquisitions. All right, so I did an impulse purchase and bought a mystery box from Alex Creates, because you guys know I really enjoy him on Instagram and I love his work. And he recently added an addition to his team, who is Amanda A. Solomon, who I also follow, and she's really awesome. Actually really excited to check out her vlog that she just started putting up on YouTube. Really excited for that. So I got a box by Alex Creates, and it included all of these goodies, including a little bag, which I'm gonna use for a sock project, and it has his logo. Anyway, he got me this, which I think is fingering weight. It's just like a little bit, which is really cool. I'll probably use this in some socks or something. He also got me a Manos de Uruguay, which is a hand-spun pure wool kettle dye, which I love this. I love hand-spun. So this is really cool. And I like Manos de Uruguay. I actually never knit with their yarns, but I have followed them along, and I think they're a really cool brand. And yeah, he got me one of these. And my favorite thing that he got me, or that was in the mystery box, is some of his actual hand spun in Hunter's Green. And this is what I think Alex Creates is known for his hand spun. He's just such a talented spinner, and you could tell how passionate he is about spinning, that it just is such a treat to knit with some hand spun yarn. I mean, we all put energy into something, and I think it's so beautiful with hand spun yarn because it's like you're an actual person produced and used their own energy to create this yarn that you're now going to make into a garment that you'll wear. And I think that just, that whole synchronicity is like really special. So yeah, I'm loving this. I don't know what I'm going to make with it because it is alpaca. So if you guys have any suggestions of what you think I should do with this gorgeous hand spun by Alex Creates, who's like one of my favorite fiber artists. He's one of my favorite fiber artists. Yeah, like put it in the comment bar. So that brings me on to another acquisition. I recently purchased, or I got gifted by my wonderful husband for Valentine's Day, a spinning wheel. And I am so excited. I've been eyeing the spinning wheel for so long, and I'm super, super thankful that he got me it as a gift for Valentine's Day. I think it's super romantic. I know. But I have so much spinning fiber that I have dyed before, because I did start Hubcityfibers with the intention of always dyeing fiber as well as yarn, since I did learn how to dye fiber first. And this is just some superwash merino, and this is when I played with dye for the first time. And so this is kind of like a shorter staple than what typical beginners of, you know, using a new fiber tool. You always want to stick with longer staples. That's what they say, or what I've read. But so a longer staple fiber that I have dyed up is this Icelandic wool. And Iceland has a special place in my heart. This Icelandic wool that I dyed up a while back. And this is a longer staple. And by longer staple, I mean when you... This has been sitting in the closet for a while, so I need to kind of prep this before I spin it. But yeah, it's just like a longer staple compared to this, which is kind of like a I think these are like medium staple. But this is definitely considered a longer staple. And longer staples are more traditionally known as the more rustic yarns. But they're beautiful. The way they pick color up is gorgeous. And I don't know, it's really, really, really enjoyable to work with like longer fibers. Although I do enjoy like softer micron fibers. And I don't know, I guess I'm really excited to start my journey as a spinner as well. I'm not sure what kind of spinning on a wheel that I'm going to gravitate towards. Watching Alex Creates and A. Solomon, I bought one of her bats that she's like a brilliant bat producer. And I'm really excited to start purchasing like bats and fibers and stuff to start spinning. But I'm going to start off a little slow just because I do have a lot of fiber. And I'm going to use, you know, let's see what my dyeing fiber will produce. So I'm really excited to jump down that rabbit hole in my fiber life. And I also have some Wensleydale top that I'm going to also dye up. And I'm excited for that. And I also have my loop bump that I have going on my drop spindle. I like drop spindling, and there's a time and a place for drop spindling. But I think I'm really going to enjoy the wheel process. And I might even just finish this loop bump on the wheel, so we'll see. And this loop bump is awesome. It's called Daydream, and it's merino bamboo silk. And I'll probably talk more about that when I knit on my spinning wheel. And yeah, so that about concludes the episode with knitting content. I will move on to like personal stuff and like things that I do, and this is my chit chat section. So let's dive in. So I'm a total fad whore. I love to try like whatever's going on in the health world, or you know, like things that are like healthy. Like when people are like, oh my god, avocados, I was totally on that gravy train, although avocados have always been in my life because I am Spanish, but Haas avocados have not. I'm usually used to like the Floridan avocados that are like really big. Anyway, some of you guys may not even know about the Florida avocado or the Dominican avocado. So, but yeah, I love the Haas avocado train, avocado toast, and what are other fads? Kale was like a thing. I totally was one of those people who bought a kale shirt when kale was like, you know, hitting the health craze world. Anyways, I like to cook, and I like healthy stuff and like vegetables and stuff. So a big thing that's going on in the health community is celery juice, which of course I tried and am trying, and I love it. And I've been using my blend tech, and I've been blending like celery with a little bit of water and then putting it through a nut bag. And then I put my mixture in the freezer just to cool off for like 10-15 minutes. And guys, I love it. I haven't seen any benefits yet. I mean, I haven't done it consistently. From what I've read and from what I see from other people that have tried celery juice, it's like you have to do it for a week to really start seeing any sort of results. So yeah, maybe I'll do that, maybe I won't. I'm really enjoying how it tastes, and you know how I could feel a difference in my digestion. So moving on, I am really excited to go to Edinburgh Yarn Festival, which is coming up in March, and I was gonna talk more about what I plan on buying at EYF, but I'll probably save that for the next episode. I guess what I'll say is definitely, since I'm starting my new fiber journey with spinning again, I think I'm going to be looking more to enhance my stash in spinning. And I'm also looking for a project bag and maybe some notions, which I really enjoy collecting when I go abroad. And I'm just really excited overall for Edinburgh and just traveling. I really enjoy traveling a lot, and I am always very lucky when I get to go to a new place, and yeah, I'm pumped for Scotland. And I'm gonna try haggis, and I'm gonna do high tea, and I'm gonna visit some castles, and I'm so excited. And yeah, that is pretty much what's gonna conclude the episode. I want to thank you guys for watching, and yeah, if you like what you see, definitely hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for everyone who participated in the giveaway. And yeah, until next time, bye guys.